Hey, what's up guys? I've been doing YouTube for about little over 2 years now, and every single video I make, there's always a comment asking what kind of camera I'm using, what kind of gear I'm using. So in this video, I'm gonna show you guys what cameras I use, what sound equipments I use, what lights, tripods I use to make all my videos. In front of me, I don't know if you guys can see, I think it's a little cut off, but this is basically everything I use to film all my videos. I'm gonna go through this with you guys. And keep in mind, I'm not Casey Neistat. I'm not a professional videographer. I don't make these dramatic movies that look beautiful. I don't do aerial shots with drones. I have no idea how to do that. So what my channel needs in terms of equipment is gonna be a lot different than what Casey Neistat needs. Let's start with the first camera I've ever used to film my videos, my iPhone. Majority of what's on Strictly Dumpling is filmed with the iPhone. I didn't even really have a tripod. I just kind of like held this and ate. And later I did get a tripod. I attached a one of those brackets you find as selfie sticks onto this tripod, little tripod I have here. Set it up, and that's how I filmed. I found that the iPhone, the front-facing camera, has pretty good audio. So when I spoke into the camera, the audio actually sounded pretty good. And then I found this, which was really helpful. This is a rolled microphone, and this is a lapel mic, and it goes into your iPhone or Android or whatever. It's not cheap. I think this microphone was about $80, but it really improved my sound quality because I was getting into situations where the background was really noisy. I'd be in a food court, you can't really understand or hear what I'm saying. This really cut down on the background ambient noise. For about a year, I used this to film most of my food videos. For videos on the Double Chen show, Beyond Science, I bought this camera. This I bought a year ago. This is a Sony HD. This is a really simple handy cam. At the time, I really didn't know much about cameras, and I was on a budget, which I'm sure a lot of you guys are if you just started YouTube. So I found this little Sony HD handy cam. It doesn't do much of anything besides record videos. Then I realized this thing really didn't have any audio input, so I couldn't really stick a microphone in here. That's when I got this Tascam voice recorder or audio recorder. This is one of the best things I ever bought. You can plug two mics in here through the XLR inputs, but if you just want to leave this thing close to you, see how there's two mics here that adjust? These are really, really good at cutting out the background noise. So you point this to you in a crowded restaurant, you won't really hear the background if you talk into the mic here. So a lot of times I just bring this, put a little tripod underneath it, put it in front of my camera. If I'm using a camera like my Canon G7X that doesn't have a audio input, a microphone input, then I just take this and this, put it together, and I get great audio and I get great video. This is the H1 zoom. This is something that I got because this is kind of bulky, you see? Hard to fit in your pocket. So I bought this. This actually worked really, really well for what I needed. It runs on one single AA battery. This actually runs on 3 or 4 AA batteries. So when I was filming the first class trip over to Taiwan, all I had was my G7X and my Zoom recorder. I think this one cost me over $300, and this is $100. This is $100. One last audio equipment I used is the Blues microphone here. This is pretty good. I used this a couple times for our Double Chen show discussions where we have multiple people here, and I will set it in the middle, and you can adjust this to have audio coming in through the front, through the sides, or through the entire thing. Let's continue with cameras. Like I said, little simple HD cam. This thing cost me $200. Audio on this is not okay. Audio is always a problem, so you gotta make sure if you guys are starting out on YouTube, whatever camera you buy, think about the audio. Does your camera have an audio input? Can it connect to a microphone? So after that, I bought this thing. This is the Canon Vixia HFG20. This is a camcorder, and I really like this for a long time. So I used this for about 6 months before I bought another camera. The picture quality on this is amazing. It's really, really amazing. The shot quality is very crisp. The color's very nice. It's very easy to use. If you want to do vlogging, if you want to do any type of YouTube videos where you need to kind of film by yourself a lot of times, then you need a camera that can flip. The screen is very big, so I can see very clearly how I'm framed when I'm by myself. It was about $1,000, and I really liked this for a long time. I used this also to shoot a lot of skits for the Double Chen show. The only thing I don't like about this is when it gets darker, it does not have really good low light shooting capability. So when it gets darker, it's not gonna look that good. But in very nice lighting, if you just want a simple camcorder that's easy to use, easy functions, this is a good one. Earlier this year, I upgraded again to a couple cameras, one of which I'm filming myself right now, so I can't really show you guys at this moment. But one of them is the G7X. I love this. This is, the love I feel for this camera is indescribable. I think this is something a lot of YouTubers use. It has very good audio built in. So if I'm going somewhere where it's not too loud, then this is all I need. I won't need an external microphone. And I also like that the built-in mic is at the top. So a lot of times you'll see cameras where the microphone, you know, the holes for the mic are in the front. That means when you're doing a vlog where you're putting the mic to yourself, then it's great. But let's say you're filming something like this where you're showing people what you're eating or what you're looking at, then the sound gets all drowned out. This mic is on the top. Regardless, you're talking from the front, talking from the back, it's able to capture your audio pretty well. Only bad thing is it captures a lot of audio. So you're at a place that's really loud, like I couldn't use this on the plane. You wouldn't be able to hear me. But what I really love about this is the quality of the video. You guys see my food channel. If you take a look at all the food shots that I've done this year, it's all filmed with this camera. And the food quality, the picture, it just looks, I mean, take a look. It just looks fantastic. Even when I'm taking the videos of the food, I'm looking at it, I'm just going, wow, that looks delicious. And I love taking this when I'm eating because Asians, we love taking pictures of our food. Usually you use an iPhone, but if you use this, I mean, the pictures of the food comes out so vividly, so beautifully. Put it onto Instagram, it's gonna make a lot of people jealous. Another good thing is this thing is fantastic in low light situations. I took this, you guys saw my karaoke video. Basically, the room is pretty dark, and when I went outside, it's pretty dark. This thing, I mean, the images still came out very clear. Everything was in focus. One thing I don't like sometimes is that the focus will come off a bit, and sometimes the focus is not quick enough. That's my only complaints about this camera. Now let's talk about the biggest camera. This camera you see here. I got the Canon 70D, and this camera is phenomenal. Phenomenal. Love this camera so much. I got the 70D, and I got this lens to go with it. This is a wide angle EFS 10-22mm. This is really good for vlogging if you want to capture a lot of your background in your vlog and not just your face. I got the recommendation from Casey Neistat to use this, and this has been such a awesome lens for me to use. Remember when I said that this camera sometimes the focus is off a little and then comes back a little bit? I never have a problem focusing with the Canon 70D. I almost never have to check and make sure I'm in focus. With this camera, I constantly have to look at the screen to make sure I'm in focus. Oh, that's another good thing about this camera. Most of these type of point-and-shoot cameras don't have a flip screen. If you're doing YouTube videos, you're doing vlogs, you need to see yourself and, you know, see if you're okay, you're in focus. I love this light. This is a newer CN160 light. It runs on 6 AA batteries or a Sony battery, which I use that. If you're gonna get this light, get the Sony battery because you don't want to be spending that much money on just regular disposable batteries. So it has a couple filters. This is one of them. It's only 30 bucks, so this is a really good compliment to any camera you have. Let's talk about the audio for the 70D for a moment here. The 70D, you need a microphone. What I use is the Shure VP83, and I absolutely adore this microphone. You can use it on a boomstick. This mic really cuts out so much of the ambient noise so that your voice is really coming in very nice, clear, and crisp. The Joby GorillaPod. I have a love-hate relationship with this thing. I carry this pod all across Taiwan because I used it in conjunction with my Canon. This thing can hold up to 11 pounds, an 11-pound camera. It's very sturdy. It works great with the Canon, with a nice big camera. But I'll tell you this, when you pair this up with the Canon and you're holding it to do vlogs, you better work out. If you do this for the whole day, your arms are getting tired. Sometimes I'm walking with this, I'm holding it, and I'm like, I'm not a weak guy, but this thing wears me out. I guess I need to work out, so as I'm filming, I'm burning calories. My arms should be like cut. couple other things I want to show you guys is my set. I have a couple box lights here. These are just very regular box lights, and the set is really just my couch with a bunch of posters I bought back there. These are all my posters, and that's the set I use a lot for Beyond Science, Double Chen News, Double Chen Show. When I move to California, I'll have a better set. And I have a green screen as well that I hate using. This is my green screen. It's a 6x8, I think, 6x8 foldable, collapsible green screen. It's really hard to fold up, and it's kind of a hassle to use. And finally, I want to show you guys something because I just got it. I'm still kind of excited about it. This is the laptop I used to edit. I just bought this a couple of weeks ago because my other laptop died. This is the Predator, and it's a gaming laptop, 17.3 inches. And it is massive. I think it weighs about, it's gotta be about a good 7-8 pounds. If you're like me, you're doing so many YouTube videos a week, you gotta cut down the time of rendering. It'll take forever, you'll wait, and it just takes forever. And a lot of times when you're shooting, especially when you're shooting in a nice high quality camera like the 70D, if you use a laptop that's not up to par, your video is going to be choppy. The editing process is going to take you forever because your video is just going to be very choppy as you edit. All right, guys, there you go. Those are the cameras and the equipment I use to film all my videos. So hopefully you found that helpful. Everyone's going to have something that works for you within your budget. But I do feel like if you're just starting out on YouTube, don't invest in all of this. Use your phone, get some good content going, and then if it kicks off, then, you know, put more resources into it. But in the beginning, use your phone. Your phone is, trust me, your phone is good enough. And lastly, I want to update you guys on my Invisalign because everyone's been asking. You guys are so sweet. On the comments, you guys are like, how's your Invisalign going? Thank you so much for asking. Yesterday, I went to aligner number 2, and it was a little tight. So today, if you hear me talking sort of weird, it still hasn't adjusted in my mouth yet because I just put it on last night, but there's no real pain. Last time I experienced some cutting of my lips and tongue, but this time I asked my dentist to sand down the edges of the Invisalign, so now it's really not an issue, just a matter of actually getting used to it and talking with it in my mouth. So thank you guys so much for asking, and I'll keep updating you guys in my videos about how my Invisalign is doing until I can finally get rid of it. All right, thank you all so much for watching this video. You guys are awesome. See you later.